course I get a notification while I do the freaking skit. Who is it? Somebody's following me. I don't know who that is. Hello everybody, and welcome to the yearly inaugural episode of the CONCACAF Champions League here on the ItzJason channel. Now, it's now formally called the CONCACAF Champions League, as it's now called the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Guys, I don't know about this revamp. It kind of just seemed very off. At first, I really did like the first phase of it. If you guys remember when there was group stages into the first revamp part, it was group stages of 3 teams, I'm pretty sure. The only thing I didn't like is that it was regional and it wasn't a mixed variety of things. Then they revamped it again, and then they made a knockout round 1 that would be a pathway to the round of 16, and then so on and so forth. They just added another round, another knockout round, and just removed completely of the group stage. I don't like it. And then the format of the scheduling as well, it'll be one side of the bracket, and then the next side's bracket won't even go after the second leg of that one side of the bracket goes and finishes. So it's definitely very weird. I don't like it, and it just kind of ruined the magic for me personally on the CONCACAF Champions League. So I'm still going to call it CONCACAF Champions League. It's going to take a while to call it CONCACAF Champions Cup, but I really don't like the new format, and that's kind of why I didn't really make a first video, because it's just kind of too long, and I just don't feel like covering all of it. So, and in addition for that, I made a little short montage of the teams that went out against the first round. So, take it away, montage. Thank you, montage. Now, when we came back from the CONCACAF Champions League, I was fired up because LAFC bottled the bag. But now, guys, we have some new MLS teams. Some of them are just really, I am not really faithful into them. Let's go ahead and talk about the first matchup, which was against Herediano. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the Costa Rican side against Robin Hood. Now, another thing I don't like about the format is that some teams bypass the round 1 and they go straight to the round of 16. And they have one spot for the Caribbean side. I understand that they want to add some equality and actually be fair, but come on, guys. Robin Hood got smacked around, and you could see in the first leg. I mean, this was a team, Herediano. I'm gonna call it the Costa Rican team. But yeah, that was a team that actually pulled it off and made it to the next round at Toluca's stadium to move on against Robin Hood. So it was basically a very easy game, and you could see in the first game, first leg, 2-0, just like that. Now, moving on to the Philadelphia Union against Pachuca. It was a 0-0 draw, and honestly, I wasn't there, but looking at the highlights, it was a very boring game, and it was very equal, I would say. But by the way, this is pre-recorded. I haven't even recorded round the first leg, and then me next week recording leg 2. This is all just in one take. Don't even get me started with the second leg. Finally, an MLS team won, and it was against the New England Revolution and Alajuelense. Guys, Alajuelense is just the guy that just dabs up on people and says, guys, I love getting smacked by MLS teams. 3-0 LAFC at their home, getting smacked, and now this year they're getting smacked away in New England, 4-0. Okay, so I don't know. I just don't know what to say for Alajuelense. They're just an unlucky team. But New England Revolution, I mean, Caleb Porter has got this team going, and 4-0 as well. I mean, I know it's at their house, but to be able to do that against a Alajuelense side that sometimes can be a headache for some, you gotta give some respect to them. The third day, I think, was probably one of the best ones. We had Club America against Chivas, El Clásico de Mexico. Guys, I was waiting for a good game, and it was at Chivas Stadium, the Akron Stadium. But wow, was that a funeral party for Chivas fans. I've never seen a defense weaker. I mean, it's probably weaker than my mewing. It's just the jawline is probably as weak as their defense. it was so sad just seeing Chivas just die. And like you couldn't even like there wasn't even like a hope for that team. It was all just Club America, and honestly, it made me so scared. I'm like, obviously the Revolution's gonna move on, but it just made me so scared. I'm like, guys, if the Revolution move on, Club America like is gonna like beat them. Like this is one of the favorites right here, guys. Club America, and I don't want them to be the favorites. I really don't like Club America, but oh my god, they put on a performance. I mean, Quinones, I mean, when is he not bad? I think he's always been good. I mean, he's been good since the day he joined from Atlas. And Henry Martin, he got into the score sheet in like the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Everybody played their part. And Zendejas, I mean, that man was just a menace to Chivas. And it was just so sad. I mean, honestly, if I was a Chivas fan, I'd probably just cry. I probably wouldn't just leave. I'd just stay into the stadium for hours after the game's over, just thinking about what I just watched. I'd probably like bleach my eyes if I got kicked out and had to force to go home. And finally, guys, the last game of the first leg was Inter Miami against Nashville. The Leagues Cup rematch, the 2020 expansion rivalry that continues on. This was a pretty interesting game. I mean, guys, I've never heard an underrated guy than Schaffelberg. I mean, that man is so underrated. He is like, I mean, you see him when the Leagues Cup like preview like 2 years ago. I mean, that man was a menace. And then like the Leagues Cup last year, he was good as well against Club America. And this one, I mean, when he's in the big moments, he's shining, man. And 2 goals. One in the 4th minute, 26th minute as well. Whew. But, unfortunately, Inter Miami has this one little midget dude from Rosario, Argentina. His name is Lionel Messi. And guys, when nobody's like clutching up, the people that have to clutch up is the former Barcelona players. And that, my friends, would be Lionel Messi, which he scored a goal. And it was a pretty good goal. And then finally, Luis Suarez scores in like stoppage time, like late into the game, and yeah, it ends 2-2. I mean, in Miami, they get the away goals, and they're leading in the tie. I keep forgetting that the CONCACAF Champions Cup still does away goals. I'm pretty sure the AFC, like the Asian Cup, they stopped doing it, and then Champions League, like the UEFA, they stopped doing. I don't know why. I don't know. Is away goals even good? Like, do they even, like, should they even matter still? I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments below, guys. But, yeah, I think this was a really fun game. And all in all, I think the 3rd day of the first leg was a really fun day to watch. Except for the Cincinnati game. I hated watching that game. Anyway, second leg now begins with Columbus Crew against the Houston Dynamo. Very epic clash against the Houston Dynamo and the Columbus Crew. I mean, it was such a packed stadium, guys. I mean, did you guys not see that stadium? Oh, it was beautiful. It even made me like cry. Columbus, they get the early goal, and then, I mean, it was majority, like, it was all just Columbus Crew, I feel like. And then finally, the Dynamo, they get a cancellation goal, but it was very late into the game, so it didn't matter. Columbus moves on. Second game, Pachuca versus Philadelphia Union. Oh my goodness, I've never seen such a collapse bigger than like the Roman Empire. I mean, like the back line for Philadelphia, I never say much about like the problems of it, but I think they were just too scared. I don't know, because this was the same team that was playing last year, and they went against Atlas in like a hostile environment, and they came out with like, I'm pretty sure a draw or even a win. I can't remember. I think it was a draw though. But this game, I mean, 6-0, my guy. I mean, the back line, they just were so... I just think there was the nerves. They kept playing in the back, and then they kept making mistakes. And there was everybody in the back line just taking turns on making the mistakes. And Pachuca kept punishing them. I don't think I remember a time where Philadelphia actually had like more than 3 great chances in like Pachuca's half that they could have scored on. I mean, Yes, I will say the penalty in the beginning was kind of unfair, and maybe that might have ruined their confidence, but still, I mean, you still have key players, like majority of them from last season, and they went in a hostile environment, and then you go up and do this, you spill 6 goals. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I love Philadelphia. I think they're the dark horses of MLS, but these guys just dropped the ball this time. Yeah, Tigres against Orlando. And guys, you know what I just realized from this Tigres? I don't watch Liga MX sites, but Marcelo Flores plays for Tigres. That makes me so upset because that man went from Arsenal and like being seen as like the next great thing, and then he's just like every other Mexican, and he goes for the bag and goes to Tigres. It's always Tigres. I swear they always like get these like young talented Mexican players, and then they like get blinded by the money, and then they go. This is a problem in Mexico, and they need to like fix it because it's so sad. And I think it's honestly why Mexico can't even grow above the U.S. men's national team. I'm sorry, that was like way off topic, but yeah, I mean, pretty equal. I mean, I think Facundo Torres got a penalty early in the game, and he tied it up against canceled the Flores goal. But Gignac, he gets a penalty as well, and he converts it, so it's back to 2-1. And then they go up 3-1, and then finally they get another penalty late in the game, and it ends up 4-2, but it was already too late. Rest in peace, Orlando. I think last year's was better, so this one, it's alright. It was a sad ending, though. But that one was the last one was sad. Rest in peace, Orlando. You will be missed by probably like 2 people. Which was Inter Miami against Nashville. I think it was a fun game, guys. Yeah, Lionel Messi in 22 minutes, goal and assist. I mean, guys, Nashville. Yeah, I think they went up against a monster, and I think Lionel Messi also came off because I heard it was like a leg injury. So, guys, Inter Miami might be cooked. I think I'm coming to a conclusion like this. So, yep, 3-1. They go up against Monterrey, and yeah, it should be interesting. Now, guys, Chivas against Club America. Very good game, but at the same time, very stressful game. Chivas, guys, they were actually so close on getting the job done. They got 2 early goals, and then, oh my goodness, they like get off task for like 1 second, and then boom, an own goal by Alamoso, and now they have to redo the whole work. And then yeah, it just honestly looked like it was far from like their confidence just got dipped right there. But it was early in the second half, so I mean they could have just done it, and it ends 2-3 on the game, and what's it? 5-3 on aggregate. This game, though, I think it was far better than like the first leg. So good on Chivas. They actually improved. I'll give them a gold star for it and putting up that much work, only to just fall short in like the last 40 minutes, I would say. I don't know. Now, I already said it. Rayados moved on, but it ended up being 2-1 with the win to Rayados. Another Brandon Vasquez goal that settled the whole game. I mean, Rayados was still going up because there was 2-1 on aggregate, but it was 3-1 after the Brandon Vasquez goal. But again, FC Cincinnati just couldn't finish. They were so close. Now, I honestly thought they were going to get smacked around, but I'm actually surprised at like the performance they put. But if they could just finish, like if they could just finish, it would honestly just be like make their like performance like 10 times better, but they could not finish. It like makes me upset how they like went big against their defense. I mean, I think their defense was good and was like playing a pivotal role in this like whole like leg tie between Monterrey, but they just can't finish, man. But I will give a shout out to Lucho Acosta. That solo goal was pretty nice. Now, this video is already getting too long. Hopefully, I can settle it to like 15 minutes. I just wanted the video to be 15 minutes. I don't want to add that much. So let's quickly go through our predictions of the quarterfinals, guys. Columbus versus Tigres. I do feel like it can be a great matchup, but does Columbus have it in them? I don't know, man. If Columbus can get the job done at home, I think they can do it. So I'm gonna go Columbus because I actually just want an MLS side to actually have a good chance. Because this year kind of looks trash, to be honest. New England versus Club America. Obviously, Club America. I don't think I can see New England, but I do want to see them prove me wrong. So the situation is kind of the same with Columbus Crew. They just got to get the job done at their home. It's their best chance, like in 2022, and that's how like all like the freaking MLS teams had their best chances, and everyone thought it was gonna be an all MLS semifinals, but they just had to drop the ball in the second leg. What? But you can tell, like the first leg when they had home or when they're at home, it's good. So they gotta get that job done. So will they honestly do it in general? No, it's Club America, guys. This is a team it's actually very scary this year. Miami versus Monterrey. I could see this, guys, going both ways. I mean, I will say Monterrey kind of struggled, and like if it wasn't for the finishing, I feel like FC Cincinnati could have moved on. But this is Inter Miami. Their finishing is good, but their defense just sucks. So it's a different way around. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I'm going to go with Inter Miami. It's because they have Lionel Messi, and I think he'll be back just in time before this matchup. And this is like in April, the beginning of April. So almost like a month after this game. So I'm going to go with Inter Miami. Finally, Hirano versus Pachuca. I'm going to go with Pachuca, obviously. I think this side is only lucky because Toluca's underwhelming, and then Robin Hood's just some Caribbean side. But prove me wrong. So prove us wrong again with Pachuca. I mean, this Pachuca side, I mean, they dropped the ball last time too against Motagua, I'm pretty sure. I think it was Motagua. But prove me wrong. I mean, prove me wrong. I mean, Motagua did it. Maybe they can do it too. I don't know. I think that Pachuca side was just different, and they were going through a transitional period. This one, maybe they are, but I don't know. Yes, guys, that's it for the CONCACAF Champions League Round 16. That's it. This video is 32 minutes and 20 seconds. I've been yapping. I don't know how I got like yapping so much to the point it's like 30 minutes. Let's hope I can cut it down to half of it. I just want to be a short video, but I don't know what just happened. So that's about it, guys. CONCACAF Champions Cup Round 16 in the books. Boom. Hopefully next video cannot be a soccer video, because I'm pretty sure everyone's tired of it. It's time for a commentary or something to switch it up. So like and subscribe. It's been your boy Jason. Yeah, I'm leaving. Oh.